Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another stale movie review. Today we are talking about American Psycho. So American Psycho was requested of me to review by Josh, aka JG from NC, on my patron list. So thank you very much for your request, Josh, and let's get into this. Directed by Mary Harron, American Psycho follows a wealthy New York investment banking executive who is hiding his alternate psychopathic ego from his co-workers and friends as he escalates deeper into his illogical and gratuitous fantasies. All right, so we're gonna go on a little story time here for these production notes because this movie took quite the journey before it finally went into production. So join me for story time here. So, the rights to Bret Easton Ellis's novel of the same name were purchased in 1992, with Johnny Depp expressing interest in the lead role. Stuart Gordon had been in talks to direct, but David Cronenberg eventually became attached to the project, who in turn brought on Ellis to write the screenplay. Which I'll just go ahead and say the script ended with a musical number atop the World Trade Center, so yeah. By 1994 though, Cronenberg was still attached to direct, but now with Norman Snyder on board to do the screenplay. So after a failed attempt to pre-sell distribution rights in 1996 at Cannes, Mary Harron replaced Cronenberg as director, with Guinevere Turner writing the screenplay. Harron, quote unquote, unofficially cast Christian Bale in the lead role and also attached Willem Dafoe and Jared Leto as supporting cast. Lionsgate eventually acquired distribution rights in 1997, but pushed for either Edward Norton or Leonardo DiCaprio as the lead, arguing Bale wasn't famous enough for the role. Harron absolutely refused to meet with DiCaprio, apparently saying his stardom, which was fresh off of the adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, would detract from the role. Rumors flew at the 1997 Cannes Film Festival anyway that DiCaprio was attached. These rumors were denied by his manager, but because of this, directors like Oliver Stone, Danny Boyle, and Martin Scorsese came tossed around as attached to the project. Stone was eventually brought on, however, he could not agree on the film's direction with DiCaprio. Like a trooper, Bale remained committed and confident DiCaprio would eventually depart, and he did. But before Bale was finally allowed to do the damn thing, Lionsgate talked with Ewan McGregor about taking the lead role, who turned it down, so. So after all of that, Mary Harron and Christian Bale were finally brought back under agreements that the budget would not exceed $10 million, and filming finally started years later in 1999 in Toronto, Canada. So this is the first time I've actually seen this movie, which is always weird when it's one like American Psycho, where I'm very familiar with a lot of the scenes and images of the movie because of, you know, like memes and the internet. So because of that, I felt weird watching the movie. Like, I felt like I had already seen it before, but I hadn't. It wasn't a situation of it being overhyped or anything like that. I don't know, it was hard to describe. It was like almost like I had already seen it. Maybe I was bored a little bit. I don't know if bored was the right word either. I don't really know how I felt watching this movie. Maybe it was the ending, which, without spoiling anything too much, kind of gives the impression that the movie was a waste of time. Maybe, like, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, everything that the events lead up to results in nothing, essentially, which is weird. Cool, but weird. I don't know how I feel about the ending. Like, I don't know if anyone even knows what I mean. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about at the ending, but anyway, so Bale was awesome. Imagining any other actor in that role just seems wrong. Like, especially after reading how many different actors were optioned to be in the lead. Like, after seeing Bale's performance, like, I'm just like, none of them, I'm sure, you know, all of those guys would have done like a decent job. But it's just like, Bale just seems like that's his role. Like, he is Patrick Bateman, you know what I mean? Like, he is him, which is kind of scary to think about. He's not actually him, I'm just saying. But so overall, the movie was cool. yeah. Sorry, I know it feels like I don't have a lot to say on this. I felt weird watching it. I don't know, I'm definitely gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna give it some time and I'm gonna rewatch it, but I think it was just because I was so familiar with so many of the scenes and stuff, because, you know, they get shown around everywhere, that I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch it though. So for right now, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I know everyone really loves this movie, so don't take that rating too seriously. Like, I'm gonna rewatch it before this year is over. On IMDb, it has a 7.6 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 68% critic score and an 85% audience score. And on Letterboxd, it has a 3.9 out of 5. Not too far off from my rating, okay? I don't know why I'm getting defensive already. If you've already seen American Psycho though, which I'm sure most of you guys have, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. And you can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, even though it doesn't ever work. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye. This video is brought to you by all of these awesome Patreon supporters who are listed here on the screen. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to find out the perks to being a Creepy Patron Peep, you can follow that link that's in the description box. And if you want to check out more videos, you can click the video that's on the screen right now.